In this demo, we're going to take a look at writing a program that uses overloaded functions. So as the comment says here, we'll write a calcPerimeter function that finds either the perimeter of a triangle or a quadrilateral. And we already have the main part of the program set up here. We're going to ask the user how many sides they're going to enter, whether that's 3 or 4. We have variables to hold on to the side lengths the user enters. And we'll begin by declaring our overloaded calcPerimeter functions. So we'll start by declaring one that calculates the perimeter of a triangle. And we'll go with double precision here. So we'll say double calcPerimeter for the function name. And this will have a parameter list consisting of 3 doubles. We'll do double S1, S2, and S3 for the 3 side lengths. Again, keep in mind a function declaration is a statement, which is why we're ending that with a semicolon. And we'll make an overloaded function for calculating the perimeter of a quadrilateral. So for this to be overloading, we'd have to use the exact same function name of calcPerimeter and change the parameter list in some way. And what will be different is instead of having 3 double parameters, we'll have 4. So we'll do double S1 all the way up to double S4. So at this point, we've declared our overloaded calcPerimeter function. The one with 3 parameters will be for the triangle, and the one with 4 will be for our quadrilateral. Now at this point, we'll copy and paste these declarations and put a function definition below main for each one. With that semicolon, begin the code block for the function definition, and we'll go with the style of declaring a variable. So we'll say double perimeter. We'll assign that to be the sum of the 3 sides. Again, make sure you're using the formal parameter names of S1, S2, and S3, and we'll return the value of that variable. That definitely could have been a one-liner function, but I do like the style of declare a variable, assign the variable's value, and then return the value of that variable. And again, that variable should match the return type of that function. And we'll do the same thing with our overloaded one for the quadrilateral. Copy and paste that declaration, and same style here, double perimeter. We'll assign perimeter to be S1 plus S2 plus S3, and then S4, and then return the value of perimeter. Okay, at this point, I'd like to build this and make sure our syntax is good. Okay, looking good, 3 sides, nope. Okay, so it looks like we're good to finish the main part of the program. And the way we've designed this is we're going to ask the user for how many sides they're going to enter, 3 or 4. Then we'll bring up prompt lines for either side 1 through side 3 or side 1 through side 4, and then make an appropriate call to either the calcPerimeter if it takes 3 double inputs or the calcPerimeter if it takes the 4 double inputs here. So this seems perfectly set up for a multi-way if-else. We'll say if the number of sides is going to be 3, we'll prompt the user for entering the sides of the triangle. So enter the triangles. Side lengths, and we'll let them input them all at once. We'll do the Cin style here, where it's going to be expecting all 3 in a row. Okay, and now with these user values for side 1 through side 3, we'll make a call to that calcPerimeter function that expects 3 doubles and print out the perimeter in an output statement. So we'll say cout the perimeter is. We'll make a call to calcPerimeter. We want to plug in the values of side 1, side 2, and side 3. And since our list of arguments, or our argument list is 3 values here, side 1, side 2, and side 3, it's going to go to this first calcPerimeter definition that expects 3 inputs. And next we'll say if the number of sides is 4, so we'll make that an else if statement. We'll use the same style, prompt them for entering the quadrilateral sides. And we'll let them see in values for side 1 through side 4 this time. And a very similar cout statement. We'll say cout the perimeter is, and we'll have to make a call to the calcPerimeter function that expects 4 inputs this time. Again, we'll plug in the values of side 1 up through side 4. And style-wise, I should have actually put an end line there and an end line there. We're going to caught that when we ran it, but good to catch that now too. Okay, so this is all well and good if the user inputs either 3 or 4. We could definitely put an input check following side 1 through side 3 as well, but in the interest of time, I think we won't with that. However, we will put an else case for if they input an invalid number of sides, say they don't follow our directions of either using 3 or 4 sides. we'll say cout, you must choose 3 or 4 sides. Please run again, and give them the option to go again, since we have this do while repeating loop. Again, it's a fine way to handle that part of the invalid input. You could definitely check the values, like I said, of side 1 through side 3, but in the interest of time, I think we won't do that for this demo. Okay, so we'll do a couple of test cases. We'll say 3 sides for the triangle, enter the triangle side length. So we can handle doubles here. We'll throw a couple of double values in here, 2.5, 3.5, and we'll say 5. And perimeter is 11, so it seems correct. I think that, yep, it's correct for that. Run the program again, do a quadrilateral, and I don't know, 10.1, 11.2, 13, and we'll say 15. And perimeter is 49.3, looks good. Let's run it again. Let's say we wanted 5 sides. So it's letting us know it can't handle that. Would you like to run it again? Sure. And we'll do one more test case with a triangle. We'll say, I don't know, a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Perimeter is 12. Great. Run it again. Nope. Seems like we've tested it pretty well. Again, the reason this qualifies as overloading is that we've used the same function name calcPerimeter for each of these functions and kept the parameter list different in some way. Instead of having 3 double parameters here, there are 4 double parameters for the quadrilateral function. And the call that's made in main will determine which one of the function definitions is ultimately used. Other things to keep in mind is when you're writing the function definition, make sure you're using the formal parameter names like we have here, S1 through S4, S1 through S3. And those are distinct from these variables in main that are holding onto the user's input that we ultimately plug into each function. So this should be a good demo to get you going for the coding assignment with overloading. Definitely take some time to run this one and even modify it a little bit too.